Mattik! Myra screams, shaking his shoulder violently. I'm okay, he yells out. What the hell was that, dude? Chadri demands. What the fuck just happened to you, bro? I don't know what happened, Mattik exclaims. Then he explains, I was just breathing, like you showed me. Then all of a sudden, I saw visions in my head, like, almost as if I was imagining it. Visions of what? Janice inquires. Well, I saw Kunar walking down some street. It was a place I recognized. The Palace Arena area. I could feel his anxiety, his concern for some girl. I think he was hoping to find her and save her like he did us. The Mattik stops suddenly. Is that really going on right now? The teen jumps up. Is that where he went after he left us? Mattik, sit down for a minute. Just relax, Janice orders him. Then she asks, what else did you see? What else did you feel? Mattik sits back down and tries to focus again. Let's see. I knew where he was headed, and I accidentally went there ahead of him. He briefly pauses his narration and subtly checks her expression. He senses a tsunami of tension from her, even though her face is completely calm, and he understands that his empathic ability is presently on fire. Still, she isn't showing any signs of anger, so he knows he isn't yet in any trouble. He continues describing his experience. Once I was inside, I felt the girl's fear. She was surrounded by multiple other entities, and they all wanted something from her. I was curious what was going on in her head, and just before I went to check that... Mattik stops, cringes, and shudders. He stands up and starts walking away. Mattik, where are you going? What is it? Janice demands. Mattik, stop! I don't know, the teen screams angrily. Then he turns to face her. I don't know what it was. It was so evil. There was someone there. Some thing, perhaps. But, terrified, Mattik suddenly turns away from Janice. He knew I was there, and he was trying to find me. What color? Janice sternly inquires. What? Don't play dumb, boy, she replies. Then she demands, what color was the aura? He looks down to the ground, then looks back at Janice with a serious expression. It was black. Taking a deep breath, he continues. Not only that, but it was very thick and heavy, and it stank. It had like a humid, musky stench. On this note, Mattik gets face to face with her. The worst part is, he could feel me, and entered the same state as me, or something very similar. He almost had me, and I think, had he caught me, I would have died. So thank you for bringing me back. Janice holds her face in her hands for a moment and takes a deep breath. Then she drops her hands and exhales. Do not say a word of this to anyone else, she commands them. As far as you all are concerned, this never happened. Understand? She sternly asks them. But what about that girl? They insist. We could be out there helping Kunar. Wouldn't that improve both of their chances? Chadri asks. Hell no, she rebuts. You are just arriving as recruits, as of 1 whole day ago. Yeah, but we did great on our own last time, Mattik argues. You all would have died had Kunar not shown up, she assures them. He saved your asses and gave you a chance to one day return the favor, to maybe pay it forward. If you go right now, you may very well end up getting yourselves and him killed. Ending the conversation, she stands up in front of them and threatens, if you make any moves, or even tell one soul about any of this, I'll make your lives a living hell. Okay, they concede. Okay, she reiterates. Okay, I agree to your terms, Janice. Now can I go? Mattik barks loudly. Okay, she says more softly. Yes, you may go. But no more casting for you tonight, all right? She insists. Fine. I really didn't enjoy the last time anyways. It was absolutely terrifying, Mattik insists with contempt. Finally, Janice pulls out a pouch. Here, take this, she instructs him, handing him a vial. Drink this and you should be able to relax more fully. It'll basically chill you out for the night. Mattik takes the vial and turns it up as she's watching. Then he swallows the concoction and puts the vial back on the table. Good, she says. Go ahead and take the rest of the day off. I suggest you go get some sleep while you can. As for you two, give him some space. But don't go too far. He may need you yet. After this, she gets up and leaves. Chadri and Myra step out and head to the lounge area with troubled expressions on their face, but not knowing what to say. Mattik looks at a cat statue and walks over to it. He turns his head slightly to the right and spits out the liquid Janice had given him. 4269 Bonham Avenue, he calmly states, petting the cat. Unbeknownst to Janice, Lizzie had crawled up into the air ducts to nose around. Such behavior was typical for the curious little redhead, and she had found her way above Mattik, Janice, and the others. Halfway through the discussion, Mattik had realized Lizzie was present and listening in on everything. He could also feel her conviction to go help. As soon as he gives her the address, she bolts for the spot where she has her feral gear stored. My feral synfib rig will do perfectly, she softly says to herself as she's digging it out. She stows it in a bag and looks out the window. Nobody in sight, she silently celebrates. I don't have time to grab Hama, and I could get caught if I don't go now. I know Mattik will send her next. With that, she opens the window, gently drops her pack down, then hops to the ground and rolls. As she rises to her feet, she scoops up her pack and dashes off into some bushes. Once hidden in the bushes, she equips the ears and appendages. She then scans the surrounding area and listens for any commotion. She can hear some security guards chatting on the other side of a nearby wall. She sprints toward the wall to the south of the building and runs up it, flipping over the top and landing silently on the other side. After some time, dashing down alleys, scaling fire escapes, and leaping from rooftop to rooftop, she slows down and checks for any signs of danger or struggle. At first, she finds nothing significant, so she begins carefully moving around, surveying the building from different angles. After a few moments, she hears a fight taking place on the 4th floor. Once she gets closer, she realizes that there is a long alley, once guarded by several sets of guards. However, they are all currently sprawled out along the alley, unconscious but breathing. She enters the building and quickly makes her way to the 4th floor, passing multiple incapacitated guards and agents. Most are knocked out cold. The rest are so severely injured that they cannot move. As she steps out onto the 4th floor, the fighting has ended, and everything is quiet. She scans the area and quickly finds Kunar laying on the floor, injured and bleeding. He is surrounded by more defeated agents, but the girl is gone. Kunar, she whispers. His eyes shoot wide open. Lizzie!